Recently, I've come to a realization. My favorite videos I've ever made, the videos that have made me feel the most fulfilled, making them and the reaction to them, everything about these videos have been my poetry videos where I just read a poem I wrote. Because that is like the rawest form of expression that I can do. The poetry videos I've put out have they've always done really well, and I love writing poetry. I love it more than anything, like maybe more than making videos. I love poetry. I'm getting ready. I want to go to my school today and work on editing a YouTube video, but I just want to go sit in the library all day. It's still pretty much summertime, September 1st, but I think it's open today till 8 p.m. I think it'll be fun. I've been wanting to write more poems. I've been trying to write poems since I moved here because I had this plethora of poetry ideas before I moved. And then as soon as I moved, it was like I flipped this switch. Suddenly, I haven't been able to write a poem since I moved here a month ago. And I've tried. I have a little bit of a poem here and a little bit in this notes page and then some on my notepad but it's nothing coherent, nothing that I can stick together and be proud of. And I've been wondering why, and I've been frustrated, why did I move here? I expected to move across the world and be like, oh my God, the inspiration is everywhere. I am such a good writer now. No, that's not what happened. I moved here and suddenly everything is so much. There is so much going on. And it's scary. It's scary. I don't even have the words yet to process what I'm going through right now. Because it's so new. It's so different from everything I've experienced in my life. And I keep coming back to this quote. Ernest Hemingway said, "In order to write about life, first you must live it." And that's exactly what's happening. I've been in a writer's block poetry rut since I got here. And it's because I'm in the phase where I'm living life now. I just finally escaped. I moved to the other side of the world, to the cultural heart of Europe. I am in Vienna, Austria, and it is beautiful, and Billy Joel wrote a hit song about it, and everything is amazing, but I haven't been able to write a poem since I got here. In order to write about life, first you must live it, and here I am. Here in Austria, or Germany, or Europe in general, I'm not really sure, when you live in an apartment building, there's a cultural thing where they just leave things by the door, by the entrance to the building. People, if you don't want something anymore, say an old pillow or something, you leave it by the door, and if someone sees it, they're free to take it if they want it, One man's trash is another man's treasure. And today I found this little box. And this little box contains something I've been meaning to get since I moved in here a month ago, which is push pins. In my room, I'm only allowed to put things up on this wall. More specifically, these bulletin strips. So I'm finally gonna put up my decorations I brought from Texas. First thing I have is the Icarus vinyl. I painted way back in the day. I kind of want this front and center, so I'm putting it right at eye level. Why is this so hard to get in? That's what she said. How does that look? That's pretty cool. Next up, I have this thing. Another thing I made in an old YouTube video. This photo collage of adventures and friends and me doing random things. I think this will go on the right, over here. Maybe a little lower, so maybe here. That looks about right. It's been a couple of years since I showed you guys this. I'll give you another look. This was taken the day I bought my spyglass that I love so much that I actually have right here. Brought it all the way to Austria. Epic spyglass. It's right here. And it says, this guy got a spyglass, someone stop this guy, he's literally Will Turner. Like Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean. This one is called The Rebellion. It was me and my friend, we were climbing up this building. You're not supposed to climb it, and it was midnight, and we felt so sneaky. We climbed up this big pipe, then this ladder, and then we got on the roof of the rec center near my house way back in the day. That was the first of many times I went up there. This is a picture of my best friend Josh. The first time he ever came to visit me in Texas, and then he left. He was at the airport when I took this, so it's the hello goodbye. It was like the first time we said goodbye. Thanos toes, this is me and my friend Adam. He made me this on my birthday. It has a bunch of these random phrases we would always say, and one of them, right in the middle there, in purple lettering, it says Thanos toes, and that's because one time he saw my big toe. I was barefoot, and he said that my big toe looked like Thanos. Meeting the Goat Man. This is we went to Goat Man's Bridge in Denton, Texas. It's like this whole haunted thing. They've made a bunch of those like haunted TV show episodes at this bridge. So we went there. We didn't get haunted. Inside the Eiffel Tower, I was on the stairs to get up to the Eiffel Tower because I wanted to climb up instead of just taking the elevator. I climbed up a chunk of the Eiffel Tower, which is probably illegal, but it was fun. Iris, this was taken on top of the Eiffel Tower. Iris is a song by the Goo Goo Dolls, and I'd give up forever to touch you. You know that one? And I always play that song when I'm somewhere very cool. And I remembered I have like a core memory of playing it on top of the Eiffel Tower and just kind of tearing up looking at the lights and everything. One night I had an argument with my parents, and I like just got up and jumped out my window and ran to Whataburger near my house. I brought my skateboard with me. I skated to Whataburger. I felt very coming of age. And it was a full moon, and I took this picture of me like looking up at the full moon. This is me at Petra in Jordan. The summer before I started my YouTube channel, I was just exploring Muad'Dib from Dune. That's what they call him. First Crusade. It was like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. This is also at Petra. I made an Instagram post where this is the cover photo. I said Indiana Jones, but this won't be my last crusade. This is me in France with my baby brother. He was so little, and that means my brother in French. Here's the wall. After putting up the decorations, I still need to like fill in the left side. Probably put up some more things just here and there, but that's all I brought with me really that I wanted to hang. It's weird, inspiration comes and goes, and you're like, what happened? Like I had this skill last week, and now suddenly I can't. A few days ago, I recorded the clip from earlier where I was talking about how the poems I write are like the most creatively fulfilling thing I do. Okay, I do a lot of random things, right? I posted a Minecraft clip on my Instagram and social medias today. A clip of my Minecraft Let's Play for my Patreon. Just because it was... Oh God, I kicked the tripod. Just because it was funny to me. I liked the clip, so I was like, I'm gonna post this. The point is I do a lot of things, but the poetry stuff is what I value the most creatively. Like, I feel so fulfilled when I write a poem. It's just my favorite thing I do. And that's what I've realized recently. And I've had this creative writer's block since I got here. And then like 2 nights ago, it was like 3 a.m. and I was still up watching YouTube. And like a few sentences popped into my head, and I just wrote them down, and then I kept writing them. And I came up with a poem, and I like it a lot. This is a poem I wrote about living alone on the other side of the world for the past month, and also about getting recognized in public regularly for the first time, which has been really weird, but I hope you like it. Darling, this world's running doesn't stop for me or you. You're either trying or you're trampled, and then you start anew. Darling, I've been thinking lately moving out is harder now I'm gone. I sometimes lay up late at night and wonder what I've done. I know it's bound to happen, moving out and moving on, but darling, I've been thinking lately it's been hard now that I've gone. And I know that you told me so, I know you're scoffing hearing this. The world's much wider than I realized, but I promise that you're missed. It's been 30 days alone here in this room I bought myself. I've learned my name while counting sheep and the pictures on my shelf. Been cooking the same dinners lately, a recipe is too hard. I talked to father on the phone, he told me always stay on guard. It's hard these days to tell who to trust and who to try. The people here all know my name and know to smile when they lie. Yesterday I wore a hat to see if they could tell. See, I like it when they know me, but fear they'll end me up in hell. I've tried to keep my faith these last few weeks or so. Think I've found myself at last and think it's easier alone. Darling, this world's running, doesn't stop for me or you. I think Sisyphus is happy, even when he starts anew. Thanks. So that's the poem. This one's pretty finished, I think. Maybe I'll tweak it someday, but for now I like it. I guess I'll do some analysis, some poetry analysis, just because it's fun for me. Let me just talk you through like my mindset for each of the stanzas, okay? First one was, darling, this world's running, doesn't stop for me or you. You're either trying or you're trampled, and then you start anew. It's just like a lot of changes going on, like the world is running. The world's got like somewhere to be, it's changing and getting away. It doesn't stop for me or you. You're either trying or you're trampled. I was thinking about the running thing. I started thinking about Lion King. You know when Mufasa gets crushed in the stampede? I was thinking about like a stampede, like getting trampled. And then trampled, I wanted to like have a word that sounds similar, like also starts with TR, like trying, trampled. And it just ended up working, and I liked how it sounded. Darling, I've been thinking lately. Moving out is harder now I'm gone. I sometimes lay up late at night and wonder what I've done. I liked how lay up and lay it at sounded alike. I sometimes lay up late at night, you know? Like, I like a poem flows better when you can find little things to do in the same sentence. Like, they have the same sound. That's what I've noticed. So I try to find those as much as I can. And wonder what I've, lay up late at. Wonder what I've. You repeat the sound and it just flows nicely. Sounds like a song. I know it's bound to happen, moving out and moving on. Again, moving out, moving on. Like just repetition, similar sounding things. But darling, I've been thinking lately, it's been hard now that I've gone. See, I don't like this because it sounds a lot like the line from earlier, moving out is harder now I'm gone. It's literally like the same line. It's been hard now that I've gone. I just like rephrased it. So if I change something in this, it would be that line. And I know that you told me so, I know you're scoffing hearing this. The world's much wider than I realized, but I promise that you're missed. I like that part. It's been 30 days alone here in this room I bought myself. I've learned my name while counting sheep and the pictures on my shelf. I've been like having trouble sleeping, and it's been about 30 days since I moved into my dorm. But it's been 30 days alone here in this room I bought myself. My roommates still haven't showed up. I've literally been by myself for 30 days. And it's also a callback to an older poem I wrote, The Boy You'd Grown, when it was like with the Murphy bed and shower head, but I paid for it myself, is a line from another poem where I was like, it's kind of a shitty apartment in New York or whatever I was writing about in the city, but I paid for it myself. I've learned my name while counting sheep and the pictures on my shelf. I keep looking at my shelf. I keep thinking about my shelf because it's like the only section of my room that has like my personality in it. I have a bunch of just random things on there, and it's all things I really liked. I liked enough to bring with me and carry the weight of it all the way from Texas. Carrying the weight of it, like on the plane, but also like carrying the weight of it. Write that down. Someone write that down. Put that in the next poem. So it's like I've been counting the pictures on my shelf, just the things on my shelf. The pictures is like memories, you know, like a picture on a shelf is like a memory of something or someone. And counting sheep. So like I just lay up at night sometimes when I can't sleep and I just think, you know, I'm thinking about my friends from home and whatever. I like that part. I've been cooking the same dinners lately. A recipe is too hard. I talked to father on the phone. He told me always stay on guard. I've literally just been making rice and chicken every day. Whenever I'm hungry, that's what I eat most of the time. Unless I'm like bored of that, and then I'll put something in the microwave and eat that. And every time I've been talking to my dad lately, he keeps telling me like, be careful, like who you become friends with and who you like trust, you know, which I think is good advice. He's just like, stay skeptical of people. He's just, I don't know. He wants me to make good friends, and he keeps emphasizing that. And I'm like, yeah. But also, I think you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, you don't have to trust someone with everything and like let them be your best friend 2 days into knowing him. But also, you shouldn't just block everyone out. So I kind of take that with a grain of salt when he brings it up. But it's hard these days to tell who to trust and who to try. The people here all know my name and know to smile when they lie. I wrote this right after I wrote the father line, father on the phone, and being skeptical of people and stuff. Since I started making the Vienna videos, like day 1 of living in Vienna, day 2 on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff, I've gotten a lot of followers who live in Vienna because I'm talking about their city. So I show up on their For You page, and even if I don't show up on their For You page, like their friends are sending it to each other, like, oh, look at this guy, he's going to your school. Oh, this. So every time I go to my school, or even just leave my room in general, I haven't left the house without getting recognized in like 3 weeks now. It's kind of insane. I'm not complaining. It's really cool, but it's also like just crazy. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced. Dude, I was at my welcome week for my school, right? I went, I was just like trying to meet some people. I was talking to people. I like went to the bathroom. I came out of the bathroom, and like there was just a girl like waiting to go to the other bathroom, for like the girls' bathroom. She like made eye contact with me and right away like yelled out, like, I know you from Instagram. And I was like, oh, like I didn't know how to react, even though it happened a bunch of times already that day. I was just like, oh. And then suddenly like her and her 8 different friends were like crowding me into a corner and like all asking me different questions. I literally felt like Brad Pitt or something. I just wanted to share the story because it was actually crazy. And that happened like 10 different times in the past 3 days at welcome week. Yesterday, I wore a hat to see if they could tell. See, I like you when they know me, but fear they'll end me up in hell. I wore a baseball hat one day because I just wanted to go to campus and do some work in the library. And I was like undercover. And I didn't get recognized the entire time I was at school. I got some work done. I sat in the corner. It was cool. And then literally the next day I went back to school and I got stopped like 2 minutes into reaching my school. A girl jumped up in front of me. I know you from Instagram. I was like, hi, it's so nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. It's flattering when people recognize you. But also it's like, there's like this certain stigma that comes with attention. Like evil eye. Darling, this world's running doesn't stop for me or you. I think Sisyphus is happy even when he starts anew. That's the same as the first line of the poem. But there I said you're either trying or you're trampled. And here I said I think Sisyphus is happy even when he starts anew. Sisyphus is the story from Greek mythology where he pushes the boulder up the hill. This is his punishment for all of eternity. I don't remember what he did wrong in life to be punished in hell like this. He probably pissed off the Zeus or something and pushes this boulder up the hill. It's like a huge heavy boulder. He gets to the top of this mountain and then he's cursed to like always drop it at the top, and it rolls all the way to the bottom and he has to go down and start over. I think it was a philosopher, I don't really know exactly who it was, but said one must imagine Sisyphus is happy, this infinite struggle towards an unattainable objective. One must imagine Sisyphus is happy. Because it's kind of like a metaphor for life. You push your boulder up the hill, you get to the top, maybe you achieve it, you achieve your goal, you get to the top, but we're human. And then you drop your boulder and it goes down, and then you want something else. You don't care about being up here anymore. You want another thing on that mountain, and then you go push your boulder up that mountain. You get there and you drop it. And if you live in this perpetual cycle of like achieving something and wanting something else, which is human, after you achieve something, you want something else. You need to be happy while trying to achieve it. You can't keep saying, oh, I'll be happy when I get up this mountain. I'll be happy when I get up this mountain. One must imagine Sisyphus is happy. I think Sisyphus is happy even when he starts anew. And that's kind of like a metaphor for me here. I made it to Vienna, finally moved out. I'm on the other side of the world in foreign country, chasing my dreams, making my videos, and I'm getting recognized in public for the first time, which is something I've always wanted. Like part of me always wanted to get recognized for the work I do online and the art I create, and now it's finally happening, and I'm still kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of annoying. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. You got it. You did it. Like, I made it up this mountain, and now part of me is like, do I really want it? So I think Sisyphus is happy even when he starts anew. And that's all from me. That's this poem. Thank you guys for tuning into my poetry reading. Love you. Good night.